Elaine Thompson Herah wins in an underwhelming performance in her 100-meter season opener for the 2023 season. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, ready? Yep, good to go. Well, moments ago, Elaine Thompson Herah at the Ashline Stadium at Jamaica College of Hope Road won her season's open in the women's 100 meter and looked in good form and healthy in the process. Thompson Herah lined up against Tijani Bogle, Jadine Williams, Shuria Henry in a, I don't want to say lackluster performance, but I'm just not quite sure how to express what I saw. Here she is warming up before that run about half an hour ago. Look like Elaine Thompson Herah. I don't know. I'm trying to be very, very balanced in how I speak about it, because this is our opening race, our first 100 meter for the 2023 season, so one doesn't anticipate anything, super fast. But she won this in a time of 11.23 seconds. Here is the race. We've repeated it a few times. We'll tell you why.
Off and running, late sets, here they go. Women's 100 meter, Thompson Herah is there to the line. Thompson Herah to the line. Time. 11.23.
Now we want to apologize to you for the angle that the team got, but that stadium, it's kind of a strange, it's kind of weird. It's really hard to get a proper angle. But if you take a look back at the race, she looks really easy. Her form is always impeccable. She looked quite relaxed. Everything looked fine to me. But I don't know. I was anticipating something just a tad faster, maybe a 11, I don't know, 11:04, 11:05, 11:10. But I guess there would be no real reason for her to push, given the field that she was lined up against. I mean, we're talking about Elaine Thompson Herah, the fastest woman alive in 100 meters. But as you can see here in slow-mo, yeah, she looked like Elaine Thompson Herah. She looked quite relaxed. She looked fine. Didn't see any issues. But it's hard to tell from this angle from just one race. This is her opening race. And I guess probably I should have not used the word underwhelming, but I don't know. I guess this is a good place to start. It's her first race. Why start against top tier or second tier athletes? And I'm not knocking the young ladies who she ran against. They're great talents, obviously. But it's really, really hard to tell what kind of condition Elaine Thompson Herah is in at this point. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Elaine Thompson Herah is the fastest woman alive, people, over the 100 meters. 10.54 is an insane time. We just have not seen her back at that form. And it's really, really hard to judge based on what we just saw what's happening. She looked fine. She looked like Elaine Thompson Herah. I've said in several videos, at her very worst, she is top 5, top 6 in the world. Easily, at her absolute worst. Because she's Elaine Thompson Herah. And there's so many rumors, being circulated all over the place. And I try my best to stay away from those things, because it's really, really hard to know what is malicious, what is not malicious, what is factual, what is not factual. But based on the race, she looked okay. I thought the time was a little underwhelming. 12.2, sorry, apologies, Elaine. 11.23 to me was a little underwhelming for the world's fastest woman. But again, I'm going to go back into it. There's really no reason for her to push herself, because there was really no one in that field to actually challenge her. And the reason why I showed the race 3 times is I wanted you to really get a clear perspective as to what you saw. I want you to share with me in the comments what you saw. It's our opening race. one can't expect her to run some crazy sub 11 time. But the truth is, it would have been kind of nice if she did. It would have been kind of nice if she ran something closer to 11. But again, I know I'm repeating myself. But the fact of the matter is, she had no one there to actually press her. We can't really tell what state she's in until we see her possibly at the national trials, where she'll be running against some of the best female sprinters on the planet. That's the only time we'll be able to actually see what kind of state or condition she's in, because it really is very unusual for an athlete of this caliber to run very few races throughout the season, and her pet event, to start that pet event like a couple weeks before the national trials, is very, very abnormal. And I can understand why people think something may be wrong, but as I said, if you look back at the race, she seemed fine. She seemed healthy. Her form is always impeccable. But I don't know, people. I don't know. This one is hard to tell because, again, the angle there at the Ashenheim Stadium at JC is kind of weird. So the team told me they couldn't have gotten a better angle, because I really would have preferred to see a better angle. So it's really hard to tell what happened at the beginning of the race. What was her start look like? Because I can't tell you at this point, based on the video that we just shared. I don't know what her start looked like, and I think that's kind of very, very important. That is her Achilles heel, so to speak, in the women's 100 meters. But like I said, she looks healthy. She won her opening race in an okay time, 11.23. It's all right. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I was expecting a little too much, which is why I feel as if I'm a little bit underwhelmed with the performance. But I'm going to be very honest with you, as a huge fan of Elaine Thompson Herah, as I've said repeatedly, at her worst, she's better than 99.99% of the female sprinters on the planet. That's just the facts. But it's really, really hard to tell you at this point what kind of physical condition she's actually in. She looks healthy. She does. But again, I mean, she doesn't look as if she's grimacing. She doesn't look as if she's uncomfortable. But I can't. In other words, we don't know what her fitness level is at. And I think that's the $1 million question. Everyone wants to know: is she injured? Is she fit? Is she ready to go? What's happening in her camp? I mean, is her train? We have no clue what's going on. But as I said, I'm grateful for the fact that she looks healthy. She won her opening race in 100 meters for the season. She looked good. The time was tolerable, 11.23. I was hoping for something better, but she had no one to press her. So I guess we'll see really what condition she's in at the national trials, or if she decides to run another race before the actual national trials. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I mean, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, that we don't normally do that, repeat the race over and over, but I can't tell you what happened at the start, because there's no way to tell based on the angle. So we want to apologize. The team and I want to apologize, but our camera crew, that's the best they could get. And the last half of the race looked like Elaine Thompson Herah to me. She looked like her regular self, but I was hoping for something a little faster to open up with. But you tell me. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Well, there you have it. Elaine Thompson Herah wins her opening race at the all-comers. I think it's number 7 at JC at Ashenheim Stadium in the women's 100 meters. Her first race in 100 meters for the 2023 season in a time of 11.23. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!